What is up, guys? Justin here with yet another retro GameStop unboxing for you today. I wasn't going to do another one of these videos because my last two videos were also GameStop unboxings, but this is definitely the most quality purchase out of the three that I've made now, so I figured if I'm going to do a video for the first two, I might as well do one for this stuff as well. And before I dive into these, I got to give a quick shout out to my buddy Cooper, Sick Cooper here on YouTube, who shot me a message on Christmas Day, I think it was, and let me know that GameStop was doing a buy two, get two free on their retro games. So that's even a better deal than I got in the last video where it was a buy two, get one free. So I decided to hop on there and take advantage, and we should have some pretty quality stuff in these boxes. It's GameStop, so you never know what you're going to get, but I got my printouts here of everything that I ordered, and let's dive right into this one, which I believe just got delivered earlier today. The only bubble mailer out of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 packages that I got. Alright. So, we got some N64 games, it looks like. Oh, and some Super Nintendo. So the first one we got here is, yep, this is definitely the one that got delivered because it's still cold. We got Pokemon Puzzle League. Now let's see if I can actually keep track of these this time, unlike last couple of videos. We got Star Wars Episode 1 Battle for Naboo, kind of an uncommon N64 game. Not one that I see very often. We also got a copy of Bomberman 64, which is notably in better condition than the photograph on the GameStop website, which I know obviously the photos on the GameStop website are just all stock photographs, but I remembered this one specifically because the photograph they use for their listing is a really beat up, like faded, destroyed label on the game. It's like, if you're going to use a stock photograph, why don't you pick like a decent looking one? But yeah, this one's actually in pretty nice shape. And then for the Super Nintendo, we got Total Carnage. This is one that I believe I already have. I can't quite see all the way over there, but it's in really nice shape. So, well, the back of it probably needs to be replaced. It's a little discolored. You probably can't see it through there. But yeah, kind of an uncommon Super Nintendo game as well. So I think that was actually all. Yep, that was one order in itself. I have these printed out again. I'll give you guys totals at the end, but I'm just trying to keep better track of what I paid for what. So let's hop into, yep, this one here, which I think was the other one that got delivered today. Alright. And we got Super Nintendo and more N64, it looks like. So let me set this over here so I can figure out which order these went on. Alright, got it figured out. So, first one up is Duke Nukem 0 Hour with a pretty destroyed back label, but I don't see the Duke Nukem games on the N64 very much, at least not where I'm from, so that'll be a good one to have at our next sale, which I'll talk about at the end of the video. We got the Magical Quest starring Mickey Mouse, which I'm going to open because through the bag it looks a little suspect, but I don't think so. I think this is a legit copy. Next up, for the NES, more NES games in here as well. We got Galaga Demons of Death. We have the Flintstones, which I think is just the Flintstones movie, I believe. It looks like the Viva Las Vegas movie, maybe? Not sure. I remember seeing that one in theaters when it came out, though. Next up, we got another copy of Metroid. So this is one that I ordered. I think I got it in the last video, actually. So you can never have too many copies of Metroid, though. We got The Simpsons Bart's Nightmare. And then finally for this box, we have Super Star Wars Return of the Jedi, which I don't know if I have this one yet. And if I do, I'll have to do a condition comparison because that one's in pretty nice shape. Okay, so I think that was all on one order as well. Yes, so far, well, I'm missing one game out of this order, and I was expecting to be missing it, and that's something else I'll explain at the end as well. But yeah, I'm not too thrilled about that. Let's go for the small one next, which seems to be pretty packed full here. Alright. So we have more Super Nintendo, it looks like. Packing slip. This might be the good box, hopefully, or one of them. Because the first one I pulled out here is a copy of Earthworm Jim 2. Looks to be legit, I'm hoping. So that was part of that order. We have... Okay, so this is one that I'll take out because it should be one for the collection. Should be a couple in here that are for the collection. This is Congo's Caper. And so I got to replace the back on it because it's really discolored. But the label is not... It's not great, but it's not in horrible shape. I can't tell if that's sun faded on the top or if that's just... I've never had it before, I don't think, so I don't know what the top is supposed to look like. But either way, I should be adding this one to the collection. Kind of a more obscure Super Nintendo title. What's the rest of... Okay, so we got Super Ghouls and Ghosts. Okay, maybe this isn't the best one out of the bunch. We got Mega Man 4. We actually got 2 copies of Mega Man 4 here. I think I grabbed 2 because I was looking for, you know, the thing with the buy 2 get 2 free is unlike a buy 1 get 1 where, you know, you buy 1 you get 1. You have to buy stuff in pairs of 2. You have to buy stuff in pairs of in groups of 4 on the buy 2 get 2. So I kind of ran into some issues at the end of my order where there was one game I could essentially pick out for free, and I don't think I could find another one that I wanted. So I was just like, I'll just get 2 copies of Mega Man 4. That one has something rattling in it. The clips look okay though, so that should be no problem. And we also got a couple 64 games in here. Ooh, this one's not very nice looking. Yoshi's Story. But as you can see, the whole side of that label is all completely worn off. Can't get too picky, I guess. And then, same with this one. Oh, that's a little unfortunate. Fighting Force 64. Normally GameStop's pretty picky when you try to trade this kind of stuff in, but obviously sometimes things slip through the crack because, yeah, these are not in very good shape. But again, for a buy 2 get 2 free, I really can't complain too much. Okay, so that was all on that order. So these next 2 boxes that I have left should hopefully be all the rest of the good stuff. And if not, we have a problem. So let's cross our fingers here. I see some Super Nintendo. Alright. More of these. And alright, so here's the first Earthworm Jim. So now I got 1 and 2 in this bundle. And NES stuff here, we got a copy of Balloon Fight. So I think I have this one as well, but this is just not one. It's one of those old black box games that I just never seem to find. So I figured, yeah, I'll go ahead and pick that one up as well. We got a copy of Kid Icarus, a 5-screw Kid Icarus. Alright, yes. So this is one of the better ones, and I almost bought one of these in my last round, the buy 2 get 1 free sale, and I decided to get, I think I got a Super Mario Kart instead. But this is Turtles 3: The Manhattan Project for the NES, and there should be another one of those in here. Yes, there is. Turtles 3: The Manhattan Project. So I got 2 of those, and they both appear to be in good shape. They have different backs on them, which is notable. I think this was a later release, so I want to say that this was probably the more common back. I don't know, maybe this one got switched out at some point, but not a huge deal. We got Again, not in very good shape, but a copy of Secret of Evermore. I'm also going to open this one up because I know how many fakes of these there are out there because I've actively been looking for a box for my copy of the game. And I had the cartridge, I had the manual, and I have the map poster thing, whatever it was. So I'm just looking for a box. And whenever I try to search this game on eBay, the first full page of results is all just, you know, brand new listings from China or whatever. So I'll have to open it up to be sure, but this looks like a legit copy. I mean, it's all worn and stuff. So generally when they're worn like that, you know they're probably legit because the bootlegs are obviously newer. So I'll open that one up to be sure, but there's Secret of Evermore. Here's one for the collection here. Wild Gunman. An NES title. This is another one that I was really debating on my last purchase. They had this available. I needed it for the collection, but there was just a better deal to be had, I think, so I passed on it. But I'm happy to grab it this time. So I add that one to the collection. And then finally for this box, which means that the really good stuff should be in that last box, we have Gremlins 2, The New Batch. I think I already have that one, so that'll be available. Alright, so yes, this last one should be the really good stuff. Now I'm kind of nervous because I didn't think I'd save it for the last one, but here we go. Oh, I see one of them, so this must be it. Alright, the first one up here is probably the only N64 game on this order, I believe. Mega Man 64. So, I found this one, was it last winter, I believe, when I got my ISS 2000? I think I got a Mega Man in that deal as well, but that was the last one I've had, the last one I've seen, so that'll be... And that last one I had, the first sale we had it at, it went super quick, so I'm sure I won't have this one for too long. Haha, yes, yes, yes. Okay, here we go. Let's find the pair of them first. Ooh. Oh, this is it. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, so we have 2 copies of Super Metroid, and that's a horrible way to display them because I can already tell you guys can hardly see what they are. So let's open it up. Here's the first one here. Wow, it's really nice shape. There's the first one, and then I'll open this one up as well just to examine it further. Also in pretty good shape. I don't know about this one. I can't tell if it's just all the residue on my hands from these stupid bags or if the cartridge feels a little off to me, but I don't know. I think we got a winner here. I think this is legit. Back's kind of messed up. It's got some tape and stuff on the front, but that should come off pretty easy. Yeah, I think it's just the, I mean, you can see my hands are like black from these bags. So yeah, I think that's all it is. But yeah, 2 copies of Super Metroid. You know, for as popular as this game is, and I think as it was back in the day, I rarely ever see this game. And I've said it before plenty of times, it's, you know, one of my favorite games, if not my favorite game of all time. And it's unfortunate that I've never had a copy of it to sell at one of our shows. People ask me about it all the time, so now I've got 2 of those. I also have 2 copies of... I mean, they both look good. Secret of Mana. So I want to open these ones too, just because, again, it's another one that's frequently bootlegged. But, no, I mean, this on the surface looks legit. Like I said, I think I've already mentioned it, but I'm probably going to open them all up, at least all these more expensive ones, just to double check. But I don't see any issues with these. So 2 copies of Secret of Mana. Got also 2 copies of Turtles in Time. This one looks to be well, okay, it's not great. It's kind of folding up there. And I think I actually already have an extra copy of this, and now I've got 3 of them. But I'm sure they won't last long. I have people asking me for this game all the time. Yeah, I think these are both good to go. And then finally, I didn't save the best for last or anything. Not really, but this is a decent game. Kirby Superstar. 8 games in 1. Which just got some wear on the top of the label there, but looks like it checks out. I'm not too worried about that one. So, I believe that was everything that I got. Let's go through some totals here, and then, well, actually first, before I get to the totals, there were a couple other games that I was supposed to get. Now, let me find where it is here. Is it on this one? It's on one of these. Oh, yeah, it's down here. So I was supposed to get a copy of ActRaiser for the Super Nintendo as well, but I knew that wasn't in here because I just checked last night, and on my order summary on the website and on my printout here, it says awaiting product availability. So I'm thinking that means that they sold more than they had, and now I'm waiting for someone to trade one in so they can send it to me. I don't really have high hopes that I'll ever get that game, because I was actually asking Cooper about this as well, and he had a problem with, I mean, he ordered hundreds of games in his order, so naturally he ran into like 1 or 2 of these issues, but he said on the same game, ActRaiser, he ordered a couple copies, and they were both awaiting product availability, and then were eventually just canceled by GameStop. So I'm assuming that means he got a refund. I'm hoping he got a refund, and I'm hoping that I get a refund or the game. I mean, I'll take either, but I think that was a game that I paid, yeah, it was $29.99 is what I paid for it. So if they end up just refunding me the $29.99 or the $26 and change or whatever it was with my pro member discount, I would be fine with that. I already have the game, and I was using that to help me get, you know, another one for free, essentially. So I would be fine with that, but I'm hoping that it's not like months and months before I either get a refund or get the game, because that would be too long to wait. And the other one I was supposed to get, which I'm not as concerned about, is a copy of Beavis and Butthead for the Super Nintendo. It was one of those like $11.99 games. I needed like one more game to round out the buy two get two deal, so I picked that one because I don't know why. I just picked that one, and that one is also out of stock on back order technically. So I'm not too worried about that one. Whether I get it or get a refund for that, I really could care less. But anyway, let's go over some totals here now that I've buried all of these games. So for the expensive order that I showed last, had the Super Metroids, the Kirby's, the Secret of Mana, whatever. That order total was $166.90. So pretty pricey, but for what I got, I mean, it was essentially half price because I ordered, what, 8 games and half of them were free. So expensive order, but good deal. What is this one? This was the first one I showed, I think, with the Bomberman, the Pokemon Stadium. That one was $38.14, so not too bad there. This big stack of NES games here, the Secret of Evermore and whatnot, was $79.33. The Fighting Force and the Congo's Caper, and this was the one that was supposed to have ActRaiser on it, was $100.12. Again, I was supposed to get an ActRaiser with that, so I might be getting a $30 refund on that order. And then the game with the order with, I don't know, the cheaper Super Nintendo and NES titles was $45.76. And I might be getting a refund for the Beavis and Butthead or the game. Either way. So I don't know what that totals out to, but I do know that I had a $25 GameStop gift card that I used, I think, on that expensive order. So I want to say the 166 was probably before my gift card. We did like a Secret Santa thing at work, and my Secret Santa, who wasn't a secret because she handed me the gift card in person, she gave me a $25 GameStop gift card. So that was good timing because I was able to use it on that order. So yeah, I'll put the total for all these down here. You guys can see what I paid for everything, which was essentially half price. I mean, I didn't go buy, you know, there's stuff on there like their Smash Bros. And their Mario Karts and stuff are all, you know, overpriced for like what I would sell them for. You know, I know some game stores probably get, you know, 40, 50 bucks for a Mario Kart, but I don't price them that high. So I decided not to grab any of those. I just grabbed the stuff that they had priced at like the fair market value. So I essentially got everything for half price, a little more than half price, because I had my 10% pro member discount, and it didn't, the CAG16 coupon didn't seem to be working for these orders. I don't know if they like stopped that or if that was just a temporary thing or what, but it worked on my last two, so I don't know what happened to that, but that would have saved me a little more, but I guess they just weren't doing it. And then also I tried to order a bunch of like cheaper games as well, like stuff that was under $10, and I put everything in my cart and it wasn't giving me the discount, like the buy two get two. It was taking like 30% off of each game, which, I mean, is a decent discount, but it's not buy two get two free. It would have been 50. I should have been 50% off essentially. So I wasn't able to get any like cheaper stuff. I was gonna do an order or two of those, but I was like, whatever. I'm not too worried about it. I got a lot of quality stuff here, and I've got a lot of stuff to get priced for our next game show, which is on January 25th here locally. So I'm gonna be pretty stocked up on some quality stuff. Secret of Mana's, Turtles, Super Metroid. So I think we're going to have a pretty good turnout at that show. So that might be the next video I do if I end up doing a video for that show like I have in the past. I don't have anything planned until then, but I'm always looking, so you never know what's going to happen. So anyway, I've rambled on long enough. I want to thank you guys for sticking around and checking out this whole video. And until next time, take care.